To celebrate the 238th birthday of the United States of America, Pioneer Park held their annual Independence Day celebration. They invited the public to honor our military servicemen and women. Reporter Ryan Grimes has that story.
Today, hundreds of people visited Pioneer Park from places near and far to help celebrate Independence Day. Before the real ceremony began from atop the SS Nenana, skilled musicians and soldiers from the 9th Army Band played patriotic music for the crowd.
John Adams wrote to his wife Abigail that this day, and I'm quoting, ought to be commemorated as the day of deliverance. By solemn acts of devotion to God Almighty, it ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations, from one end of this continent to the other.
Then came a salute to the States from the Fort Wainwright Rifle Team.
The last frontier!
Pioneer Park hosts an Independence Day celebration annually for people to enjoy, and usually planes from Eielson Air Force Base host a flyby during the official ceremony. This year, they could not be there, but by chance, an eagle flying circles over Pioneer Park wowed the crowd in Eielson instead.
Well, it was perfect timing. It came over right in the middle of the speeches talking about Independence Day and our first independence, and it's circling around, and it was really fun to watch people start looking up and noticing it and pointing and getting all excited. So that was a really neat, you couldn't have planned it better, really.
I was wondering if they somehow had that on cue, but that was pretty special to have a bald eagle flying over right in the middle of the ceremony.
Well, I think first of all, there is some importance in relaxing, enjoying, spending some time with your family, much like people do. But I do think it is important to think about history, where we've been. Right? It didn't come free. It came with a lot of cost and sacrifice from the early Continental Army, like I talked about, and certainly you know, a great number of folks that have sacrificed over the years to maintain that freedom. So I wouldn't want to belabor, you know, on the sad things about it, but I think it's important to think about those folks and what they died for here in America, but also in places overseas as well.
The fact that I can celebrate these freedoms, I can come to Pioneer Park, I can partake in this ceremony, it's those freedoms that I would encourage everyone to celebrate today on our Independence Day.
This is Ryan Grimes reporting for News Center 11.